So in this video, I wanted to teach you how you can talk to just about anybody. And the short but simple answer is you already can talk to anybody that you want to. You're just stopping yourself from doing it. So what you actually have to do is unlearn the behaviors that got you to this point. So how do you unlearn said behaviors, and what exactly do you need to unlearn? So whenever you try to enter a conversation, there's this thought that goes in your head. Okay, you go to this person, you get the thought that you want to talk to them, and then there's also this second thought in your brain that tells you that for some reason you can't talk to this person. It could be the fact that they are a girl, or it could be because you don't know this person, or it could be, that person looks busy. The only way to unlearn this is to, you have the thought, but you have to ignore it, and you have to go and talk to them anyways. It's a skill that has to be learned. It's not as easy as it looks. People on the internet might make it seem like super easy, but really because it's a battle up here in your mind. It's not really a matter of whether you want to talk to the person or whether you can. It's just it's all in your head. The reason why you struggle so much is because you're just everyone does self-sabotage when it comes to socializing. And the only way to unlearn that is to just ignore it for now. So let's say you want to talk to somebody, you're going up to them, and it happens to be a person who looks like they are tired, they're annoyed, they don't want to talk to anybody, but for some reason you want to talk to this person. Now you could read the emotions on their face, and then your brain will come up with the excuse that, I don't want to talk to them because they don't look happy right now. You will get that thought anyways, but you do realize you can just go up and talk to that person. Maybe they are angry and they are upset and they don't want to talk. That's alright. You can just leave after that. In order to talk to anybody, you're gonna have to overcome these thoughts that keep coming into your head that tell you that for some reason you can't talk to this person, when it is in fact not true. You can literally walk up to them, just open your mouth, not even look at them, and you can start talking to them like that. And for those of you who are brave enough, I want you to do this. I want you to just walk up to a random person, not even look to them, and then just start telling a story, a life story of yours. And they're gonna be like, who's this guy? Why are you talking? Are you talking to me? And you don't even acknowledge that. You just keep telling the story. I think that's happened to me once or twice. Some person just comes up, says hi or something, and then tells me a life story, and I'm like, I never was upset at them for that, because I actually enjoy listening to people's stories. But that's something you could try if you're really brave and you want to level this up fast. Just go to a random person and start yapping, really, basically. That's to unlearn the thought pattern. Now, what else do you have to unlearn? You have to unlearn the idea that you need something to talk about. Because the truth is you don't, alright? A lot of people think that once they enter a conversation, they're just not going to have anything to say. But children, all the time, guess what? Children will just talk about literally anything. Anything that just shows up or just happens, or how they're feeling or what they're thinking about. Children are really good at speaking, really. Now, of course, that's partially a learned behavior. But kids can just talk about their favorite video game. They can just talk about what they had for breakfast, what they did today. And it's actually an interesting point of conversation. And something that we can learn from that is you can speak about mundane, boring things, and it will actually make for a decent conversation. I remember one time I asked a kid if he likes to play any video games, and then he just went on this full he told me all about his favorite video game, some SpongeBob game, and he told me how he play it. He told me he watches people who play it. He told me the story basically of the entire game, so it was spoiled. But he turned a simple question that I had, just to talk to him, and he turned that into a huge, not like a huge, but he was able to really just speak about what he liked about that game. And if you think that you don't have anything to talk about, the truth is that you do. You're just shying away from the topic. And how do you then bring up that topic? You just do. Like, there's no social hack I can give you. If you want to talk about politics, then you bring up politics. If you want to talk about apples, then you bring up apples. Like, you just gotta do it. You gotta bring up the topic that you want to talk about. Because the best way to have a good, engaging conversation is to actually be invested in the conversation. You have to be talking about something that you actually find interesting. Because if you don't, you're just not going to be interested. You're not going to be locked in. You're not going to want to participate in that conversation. That's what you have to unlearn. You have to unlearn the thought pattern that stops you from having the conversation. You have to realize that there are, in fact, so many things you could be talking about. The last thing that I want to say is that so many people wish that somebody would come up and speak to them. And you could be that person. You could be that person who just goes up, starts the conversation, and suddenly you made a new friend. And in this era where people are sort of losing their social skills, it's gonna be up to a few mentally strong individuals to basically start conversations and take the lead in talking to people. It's like really a shame when things like AI chatbots are literally causing psychosis in people. And this is a separate tangent, but like I thought what drives a person to that point where they have to rely on like text from a robot in order for them to feel like they are a human. And to me, it's just like isolation, and the fact that most of us spend time, basically the rest of our free time in our bedrooms, just scrolling and playing video games or something, and instead of talking to each other. And that's a shame, but first we have to take baby steps, and people have to learn that it actually is not so difficult to have a conversation, and you will definitely enjoy your life more when you can just talk to anybody and like learn about their life story, and then you could tell them your life story, and then you can bond and you can connect and you can really understand what it means to be human. And that's what I want with this channel. I want people to be able to socialize like they are humans again. And most people, they don't struggle with this, I would hope, but it seems like more and more young people especially are a little bit in the dark when it comes to this. They don't know how to socialize exactly. And I'll be honest, I'm not the perfect socializer either. But I do know that if push came to shove, I could actually have a conversation with somebody that I didn't even know. Alright, like if I had to, I know I could do it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you learned things from it, and the main thing I just want you to take away is that you are able to already speak. You are already able to talk to anybody that you want to. You just have to stop limiting yourself. You have to unlearn the behaviors that stop you from actually talking to people. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching.